can use.
Put that on. Just keep this facing forward. You should be good.
As you see, you might have to turn him around the other way.
This way?
Yes, sir. I think that'll work better. And the deputy will show you how to adjust it. Oh, did I scare you? It's too loud? Okay, sorry about that.
Use the volume control.
Okay.
Just make sure to keep it forward.
All right.
All right, sir, does that help?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's
I
fine.
apologize about that. I didn't mean to.
No, that's all right.
Sir, my name is Judge White. I'm presiding over this case. Just make yourself comfortable in that seat. Get about 12 to 15 inches from that microphone. It does adjust up, down, left, or right as you need it. Just speak in a loud, clear voice right into that microphone, and we'll be able to hear everything.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
Please state your name.
John William Sant, Jr.,
How do you spell Sant?
S-A-N-T,
Where do you live?
in 11327 White Rock Terrace in Bradenton.
And did you live next door to Ashley Benefield and her mother, Alicia Byers?
I did.
Do you still live at that same address?
I do.
Do they still live at the same address?
No.
Okay. Did Ashley have a child when you lived next to each other?
She did.
About how old was the child last time you were together?
At the house, in the neighborhood,
When they were living in the neighborhood?
I'd say 18 months to 2 years.
Okay. And do you remember a day when Ashley came to your house?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what day of the week that was?
It was on a Sunday.
And what time of day was it? Light out, dark out?
It was still light, but it was probably early evening. It was between football games.
Okay, so it was between the football games on a Sunday?
Right.
All right. Still light out? What do you remember about Ashley coming over?
From the very beginning.
Right.
Well, I heard a very loud pounding on my door, and kind of startled me. But it was loud. And I went and I looked out through the little window, and there wasn't anyone there. So I thought, well, went to the back and looked out the back. I even looked out the side and didn't see anybody. And I was thinking, well, one of my grandkids has a friend in that area there, and I thought they might be messing around, but I didn't see anything. So I guess it was a few minutes. I just, nobody, must be just someone screwing around. And it happened again.
The pounding.
And the pounding happened again, yeah.
I'm having a little trouble here.
All right. Yeah, if we can get you to scoot up a little bit. There you go.
Sorry. What part do you want me to start at again?
Okay, so the pounding started again.
The pounding started for the second time, yes.
Okay, and what did you do then?
At that point, now I'm starting to get a little concerned. Someone's trying to either break in or a home invasion and that. So I went back into my room, went into my closet, and I pulled my weapon out.
Okay. And you say weapon, what kind of weapon was that?
It was a Glock 23 40 cal.
Okay. So you had your own firearm.
Yes, ma'am.
You pulled that out, and what did you do?
I then came from the closet back towards the door and decided at that point, let's look out the door one more time before I load one in and take it to the door. So I just set it down on the little table beside my chair.
So you set the gun down?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I left, and then I went back to the door.
What did you?
And I looked out again, and then that's when I saw I saw a leg sticking out. Someone was sitting on the stoop.
Okay. So you saw a leg. You think someone was sitting?
Well, they were sitting.
Okay. So what'd you do?
Well, then I kind of noticed who the leg belonged to, or I thought I did. And I went and I opened the door.
And did you know who it was when you saw the person?
I assumed who it was when I looked out the window.
When you opened the door, could you see who it was?
Well, by the time I got the door open, she was standing up.
So you saw who it was?
Yes,
And who was it?
it was Ashley.
Okay. And you kind of pointed over that direction. You see her in the room today?
She's over next to Mr. Taylor, yeah.
Oh.
Stipulate that it's Miss Benefield, Your Honor.
Stipulation to ID.
Yes.
And what did Ashley say when you opened the door?
As soon as I opened the door, before I could say anything, she said, "He attacked me."
And is that all she said?
At that point, I said, "Who?" And he said, "Doug. He attacked me, and I shot him."
Is that all she said to you?
That's all she said.
Did she have a weapon with her?
I didn't see it at that point.
Did you see a weapon eventually?
Eventually,
Where was that weapon?
it was laying down just to the right of my door where I couldn't see it, where I was standing at that point.
And when did you see that weapon?
Well, after she said, "And I shot him," I said, "Well, you better come in." And I moved to the left to let her in, and that's when I noticed it lying there on the ground.
Okay. And what was it?
It was a handgun.
What did you do with that handgun?
Once I got her in the house, I told her, I said, "I can't leave that out there." No, I don't know whether she responded or not, but then I went out, reached down, picked it up by the trigger guard, brought it back in the house, and set it down inside the door.
Okay. And when you say inside the door, was that on the floor or was there a table?
It was on the floor.
On the floor. So once you brought her into the house, where did you go?
Once I brought the weapon in, I shut the door and locked it. And I looked at her and I said, "What condition is Doug in?" And she said, "I don't know." Or she said, "Don't know." She just don't know. I said, "Where's your mother in Emerson?" And she said, "At the park."
So you knew her mother and you knew Emerson, her daughter.
Yes,
Okay. And she said at the park.
at the park.
And at some point during this conversation when she was at your house, did she tell you that that gun was hers?
After listening to the tapes, I was able to hear her say it, but it was really faint, yeah.
Okay. Did you call 911?
I did
Have you listened to the 911 call?
many times.
Okay. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 1. You can take a look at this. What is this?
The disc, I guess.
It's a
Oh,
disc.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
The 911 call.
Oh, okay.
And when you listened to this 911 call, was it an accurate representation of your conversation with the person on the other line? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It wasn't me.
Pardon?
Yes, I recognize my own
Okay.
voice.
The state would enter into evidence State's Exhibit 1.
Don't judge.
It'll be received.
What was Ashley's mood when she was there?
I'm sorry. Ashley's what?
Ashley's mood?
Terrified.
Okay. Was she, do you remember her crying?
I didn't remember her crying until I was listening to those tapes, and then it sounded like she was crying, but she just couldn't get any words out after that last statement about where her mother and daughter were. That was really the last coherent amount, any words that ever came out of her mouth that I could understand. At that point, it was just stuttering and shaking and sobbing.
Okay. So you did not have any other conversations with her, meaningful conversations with her after that?
No, the rest of the conversation was a 911 operator.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to publish State's Exhibit number 1.
Members of the jury, when physical evidence, documents, photographs, video or audio recordings, and so forth are admitted or received by the court, they may be published to the jury. This means shown to the jury. Depending on the type of evidence, it might be shown to you on the overhead screen, through the sound system, handed out for you to look at, or shown to you. Evidence that is admitted or received by the court will be available to you during your deliberations, and you will have as much time as you need to review and consider the evidence. Members of the jury, you are about to listen to an audio recording. The court instructs you that the recording has been edited to eliminate irrelevant portions that would not add to your understanding of the case. The fact that the recording has been edited should not concern you in any way and must not impact the way you listen to, view, and consider the evidence.
Thank you, Judge.
Finally, you are about to hear a recorded conversation. This recorded conversation is proper evidence, and you may consider it just as any other evidence. You are also going to be furnished a transcript of the recorded conversation. The recording is the evidence, and the transcript is being provided to you only as a guide to help you follow along as you listen to the recording. The transcripts are not evidence of what was actually said or who said it. If you notice any difference between what you hear on the recording and what you read in the transcript, you must rely on what you hear and not what you have read. Also, Deputy, any notes that you want to make during the playing of the audio should be on your notepads. Once we have played this audio for you, the transcript, as I said, is not evidence. You will not be allowed to keep the transcript, and the transcript will not go back with you during your deliberations. But the audio recording will be available. So you just take one and pass it down. Help yourself, sir. Yeah, if you want some water. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Manatee County 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Hi, my address is 11327 White Rock Terrace.
Okay, can you repeat that for me to make sure I have it correctly?
The house next door, honey, what's your address? Okay, it's right next door to me. She just came over. Her strange husband attacked her, and she says she shot him. Now, we've not gone over there yet.
Okay, what's his name?
Who?
What is his name?
His name is Doug Benefield.
Okay.
I have not gone over there. I'm not going to go back.
I don't want you to go over there. Stay on the line just one moment. I'm going to connect you over to Sheriff's Dispatch, okay?
Okay.
One moment.
Calm down, honey. Calm down.
What is your name, sir?
My name's John Sant. KNT. I live next to
Office Dispatch on a recorded line. This is Gabby. How can I help you? Hey, Gabby. It's Karen. On 11327, I have John Singer on the phone. He's saying the neighbor came over, female neighbor. It was a domestic. She shot her husband.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get that on the screen, okay?
Okay.
What screen is this her at?
The 11327 White Rock Terrace.
Okay.
That's my address.
That's your address? What's her address? Where does it occur at?
Her address is right next to, I believe it's 11331.
She's on the corner?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, on the
Okay.
corner. She's with me now, quite upset. The weapon is here. Do you want me to go over and look at anything, or just wait for the police?
No, I want you to just wait for the police, okay?
All right, if you could just get them here quick. She came in, she was quite hysterical. I didn't know who was banging on my door. Said that he attacked her, and she shot him.
Okay. I'm just getting that all on the screen, okay?
Okay. I know, honey. Come on. I know. Go ahead, ma'am.
Where is the gun? Is it with her, or is it just...
I have it right here, ma'am. It's sitting on the floor inside the door. My door's locked, so in case he isn't, he can't get up. I'm also armed if he does come over and try to harm her, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
I'm kind of concerned with her mother and the little girl might get back there and find this whatever happened. Don't go out there, honey. Come on. I know. Come on, honey. Sit down. I know.
Yeah. All right, I just want you guys to stay on the phone with me, okay?
Yeah, I'm right here with you. I'm just with her. I'm trying to comfort her. Honey, where in the house is he? Well, the police are going to want to know, probably. I know, baby. You got to sit down. Come on. There's no... Well, honey, they want you to stay here. If he isn't, we can't take a chance. That's why I want them to hurry up before they get back from the park.
Deputies are moving as fast as their hand. They're coming priority. They're coming lights and sirens. They just want to get and make sure that everything's okay. I want to... So where in the house is he?
Where in the house is he? Her bedroom. No, I don't know where that is. So it's one of the bedrooms. It's a lot like mine, so I'm going to assume when you go into the... Is the garage door open? When you go into the garage, it's going to be on the left? On the left.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm just getting that typed up, okay?
What, ma'am?
I'm just getting everything on the screen, okay?
Okay.
I should have a
Okay,
deputy pulling up here soon. Do you see him?
No, I'm in the back now looking out. I know which way the park is in Central Park here.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay, the sheriff's here. Thank heavens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you
The
want?
sheriff's car just pulled.
Yeah,
What
they
do you
just
want
pulled
us
up to
to
the other
do?
address. I'm going to stay on the line with you until a deputy gets with you, okay?
Okay. Okay, the sheriff is here. I'm not too sure where they're going.
I'm just staying on the line with you. The deputies.
I'm right here. I haven't left yet.
Yeah.
I just see it's a SUV sitting out there in front of my neighbor's house, right in front of my house. Just to calm, you know, they're going to take you into custody. You know that, right? Okay, just you know, you just calm down and explain. Okay. I know.
Okay. You just let me know when they come knock on your door, okay?
Are they coming now, the police?
They will. They're waiting for a little bit of
Okay.
additional units. They want to have everything.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that, geez, we got to get a hold of, don't you go out. Until this police officer comes and look.
They're going to let me know what they want me to tell you, okay? They're just waiting to make sure
Okay.
that they have other people with them. They don't want anything to get out of hand without having proper backup, you know?
Yeah. Well, like I said, the weapon's here. I just want them to know that exactly where it's just sitting right inside the door. It's on the floor. And I did reach out when she ran in and picked it up off my front patio and brought it in. I wasn't going to leave it outside.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another police officer.
Is it just inside the front door or the back door?
Say that again?
Is it just inside the front door or like the back door patio area?
I'm by the front door. She came in the front. I'm sitting here staring at an officer right now.
Okay.
Looks like he's talking to one of the other cars. Neither one of them are moving.
Yeah. I'll let you know when it's time when to come out, okay?
Okay. Hey, is that your weapon or his? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let me get my... Okay, just calm down, hon.
Okay. Now, the deputies want her to go outside with her hands up, nothing in them. Okay?
You want her to go out
Yes, they want her to come out with not you.
of my house?
Yes.
Does he know she's in my house?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so you're going to have to go out, okay?
And they want you to stay inside.
Now, let's
Okay.
put your hands where you can see him, okay? All right? Where's she at?
Just start walking out front. They're outside.
I don't see him anywhere. He sure isn't hurt.
Just start walking out. They're not going to do anything. They just want to make sure that everything's safe and that they're safe, okay?
Can I take her out? She's really upset.
No, they want you to stay inside. It says female
Well,
only.
you stay inside on your hand? I don't see it. Now, are they at the right house?
We've told them multiple times which house to be at.
Yeah, 11327. I'm right in front of that SUV that does not have its light. Hold up right there, honey. Where are they at? There's a police officer over on the, with the flashing. Okay, one of them sees her now.
Yeah, just keep her walking out, okay?
Honey, do they see you?
They're probably giving her instructions, okay?
Okay. Now, I need a police officer to come and get this weapon.
Yeah, they're going to come and get the weapon. They just wanted to make
Okay,
sure.
here they come now. Oh.
All right, folks, just hand those transcripts back down to the deputy. You may resume your question.
At any time during this interaction with Ashley, did she appear to have any injuries?
No,
Did you see any blood on her?
no,
Did she complain of any injuries?
no.
How about her clothing? Did you notice, was her clothing ripped or anything wrong with her clothing?
Not that I noticed, no.
Okay. And eventually, did the police come to your house?
And talk to me?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
And did they recover that firearm that she had brought over that you left?
They did it while I was outside, because when I went back in, it was gone.
Okay.
I assumed they took it.
Okay. So maybe you didn't see them take it, but
No.
it was gone.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions. The defense may have some questions for you.
okay.
Cross.
Afternoon, Mr. Sant.
Afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you for coming this afternoon. With court's permission, may I approach?
Yes.
Mr. Sant, I've passed you a photograph. I'm going to mark it for identification as fence exhibit number 1, if I can.
And Mr. Sant,
Yes, sir.
I don't mean to keep startling you. I apologize.
That's okay.
Can I please have that transcript? No, the transcript. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mr. Sant, can you identify that?
Well, it looks like my house and Alicia's house at the time.
Yes, sir. And they lived in the house right next door to you, I believe you said.
The one with the red dot on it.
Yes. It was the corner house,
Yes,
correct?
right,
And it's got a red dot on it?
right.
All right. Is it an accurate representation of your house in comparison and in position to where Miss Benefield lived?
Yeah,
Would you do me the favor, may I, Your Honor?
Yes.
Would you put a check mark on the roof of your house?
my house.
Yes.
All right.
Your house that's depicted in that picture. Okay, we're going to help the jury see how this took place. We'll put it on the overhead. Objection. Putting it on the overhead. Can we put it on the overhead? Your Honor?
Absolutely.
Madam Clerk, can you dim some lights for us? Just the jury and the
Presentation. Is this just a demonstrative aid?
Yes, sir. Okay, so, Mr. Sant, just if I may turn your attention, if you could.
This one or the,
Actually, I think maybe you'll be able to see it better on this one. The chair should swing around.
oh, yeah,
You see the one with the red dot on it?
yes,
That's Ashley's house,
yes,
and your house is immediately to the left, correct?
yes.
All right. Thank you.
Don't move that mouse.
I'd like to move that into evidence, Your Honor, as defense exhibit number 1 at this point.
Okay. I just asked a minute ago if it was a demonstrative aid or if you were admitting it.
Well, it was a demonstrative aid up until Mr.
So
Sant.
admit things first if you want. Any objection?
And Judge, I recognize it's the state's case, but I have no objection to this exhibit.
All right, received.
Mr. Sant, you've told us that on this terrible occasion, Ashley was terrified.
Yes,
I think you said, I don't want to put words in your mouth, I think you said she was stuttering and shaking.
yes,
Pretty hysterical.
yeah, yes.
All right, now, Mr. Sant, you're pretty familiar with firearms, are you?
Somewhat. I use them. I go to firing ranges now. I'm no expert, but I,
Was there anything about that firearm on that day that you noticed that was unusual?
first thing I noticed is when I saw it, there was a spent cartridge stuck between the slide and the entrance to the chamber.
A spent cartridge, meaning a fired cartridge?
I'm sorry, yes, it was empty.
Okay, and it was stuck where?
It was stuck between the slide, front end of the slide and the back end of the chamber entrance.
The slide on the gun that
Right.
cocks it and loads another bullet into the chamber?
Correct.
So could we agree that the weapon was jammed?
The weapon had been misfired or mishandled. Or
Okay.
it wasn't held far, and it didn't eject it far
Yeah.
enough.
Now, what is that indicative of, that a cartridge would be stuck like that?
Objection foundation.
I'm going to sustain.
Mr. Sant, do you have experience to the extent of being familiar with weapons and what would cause a cartridge to get stuck in the manner that it was on this gun on that day?
Yes.
May I, Your Honor?
Do you want to be heard?
No.
Go ahead.
Thank you. What is that indicative of, Mr. Sant?
In my experience, was the weapon wasn't held properly when that particular cartridge was fired.
And when you say by held properly, meaning held too loosely,
Yes.
no further questions.
Redirect.
No.
Can this witness be released?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Sant,
Yes.
you are released from your subpoena. You are free to go.
Can I take these with you?
No, you can't take those. They wouldn't work outside anyway.
Oh, well,
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome.
Okay, can you flip on the lights? Do you need the presentation?
Not with this next witness. And the state would call Deputy Pearl.
All right.